but we have to know that. And we have to believe that. All things are possible with God. They are, but we have to know that. We have to believe that. We have to act on that. We are mighty to the tearing down of strongholds. If we believe it, if we act on it, if we do what we've been called to do, all these things are true. But we don't do it. The Bible says in another place, what concord has Christ with Belial, and what fellowship does light have with darkness? And then he said, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but do what? Reprove them. Reprove them. We are supposed to be coming against stuff. Not just sitting back and trying to avoid it. Not just sitting back and trying to keep ourselves safe. Not just sitting back and watching it all go by. We're supposed to be doing something about it. In our families, on our jobs, in our neighborhoods, wherever, we are supposed to be doing something. God, you know the scriptures. I'm not going to go back all over them all again. But you know what God said that you are capable of. You know what God said that He has given you. You know what God said that He could do through you and would do through you. You know all that stuff. So on that day, when we stand before Him and He says, what did you do with what I have given you? What are we going to say?
Amen.
Here's what you gave me. I was scared, so I didn't do anything. But what's He going to say then? I can't pretend to know, but I can tell you what this story said. He called this guy wicked and slothful. He went so far as to say, cast him into outer darkness, where there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I'm not telling you that I know that that's what will happen to you, but I'm telling you, we better understand it's going to be a very scary place to stand if we haven't done something with what God has given us to do something with. God just burned it on my mind, and I can't get it off on my mind. He expects a return on His investment. He put a lot into you. He shed His blood for you. He suffered for you. He died for you. He took Satan on head on for you. All the things that He has done for you. He left the splendors of heaven. He laid down His deity, came down here and put on flesh, walked on this earth, being ridiculed and mocked and spit on and called all kinds of things. And I don't think we know half of what He went through. He put an investment in you, and He expects a return on His investment. We've gotten to the point where we think Christianity is getting to stuff. Christianity is feeling good. Christianity is just God doing stuff for me all the time, letting me feel good, giving me joy, giving me peace, hearing me when I got a problem, taking care of me. That's part of Christianity, but that's only part of Christianity.
That's right.
We've forgotten the other side, where we are to be soldiers, where we are to be in the battle, where we are to be fighting, where we are to be out there using what He has given us. Why in the world would He say that He gave us power, that He gave us authority, that we are more than conquerors, that we would be mighty to the tearing down of strongholds? If He didn't expect us to do something with it, why would He put it in us? Because we need to do something with it. That's really it. That's the thought that He gave me. That's it. God expects a return on His investment. And there's coming that day when we are all going to stand before the judgment seat of Christ and give an account of what we have done or what we haven't done.
That's right. Amen.
And that goes for all those things I was saying. God had me focus on what He has equipped us with spiritually, but it goes for everything. Your time, your money, your home, your talents as far as these kind of talents, playing instruments, everything that God has given you. He expects a return on that investment. And if we're not giving it to Him in all those areas, in every area, if we're not giving it to Him, we're going to have to give an account of that. We're going to have to stand before Him and answer to why we did it. I don't know what else, I can't say anything else, that's it. I just hope you really think about that. He expects something. And one day you're going to have to stand and either tell him what you did or why you didn't. And that scripture, that knowing the terror, I can't even comprehend. I don't think our human minds can comprehend. Standing before God on that day and having to say, I didn't do what I should have done. What you gave me, I didn't do anything with. I can't imagine what that's going to be like. As I usually do, I'm just going to ask you to think about these scriptures. You know this, I'm not talking to people who don't know this stuff, but God doesn't put these things in the Word just because they make good stories. He's telling us something. This story of these three men is to tell us something. What happens when you do something with what God gives you, and what happens when you don't do something with what God gives you. We need to understand, and I know I say this from time to time, I don't think we take this serious enough. It is a very serious thing.
Yes, it is. Amen.
And we need to understand that and take it as such. That's it. That's all that I have. I'm going to stop there. Any word?